Good morning, kindness crew. Welcome in to Kindness Rising, your morning dose of hope, humanity, and heart, where we have more high fives for you and a little bit less rage bait. Jess is the first one in, as always. Do you show up early to class every time, too, Jess? I love it. I love that you're prepared and that you come here every day. Every day. Absolutely. And others will join shortly. It is Thursday, August 30th, or August 30th, really, August 20th. And yesterday we talked about going back, about returning to a place that helped shape part of my life and discovering that you can go back without going backward. Today, though, I want to change it up a little bit. I want to talk about another place that shaped me, except this place doesn't really have an address. Well, actually, technically, it does have an address. It's this address, this 6x8 room that we've built together over the past year or so. And this little room has become something else for me, something else for us. The Fox Den, a studio, a classroom, a laboratory, and a place where technology occasionally comes to die or cause problems, right? But somehow we are a community. And tomorrow morning, we're going to say goodbye to this version of Kindness Rising. But before we do that, I don't really want to spend today looking at highlights or anything like that. I promised I wouldn't do that. I want to ask a different question. What has this room built? Because sometimes you don't realize what you're building until you look around and discover something has really grown. Good morning. Good morning. Let's rise together. Yep, this is Kindness Rising, your morning dose of hope, humanity, and heart for today and tomorrow. We'll still be rising with kindness and hope the rest of our days, too. Unfortunately, I won't be here to help you get going like I have been, but we're going to do something a little different. I am not going away. Because here's the thing. When I started doing this, I thought I was building a show. Pick a name. It took a while. Make some graphics, definitely a big learning curve there. Figuring out the segments, I'm still figuring them out. What works, what doesn't. I bought some equipment and learned about 73 new pieces of software, of which 45 are now either obsolete or have been updated or whatever. And you make a show. Make a good show, get better at it, grow an audience. Create something people might want to come back to, and all of that really does matter. But somewhere along the way, something happened that I didn't completely anticipate. This show has been building me. Showing up every morning built discipline. I couldn't wait for 7:27 a.m. to have inspiration. Inspiration has been notified. Whether it attends or not, we're doing the show. This room taught me how to trust an idea before I knew exactly where it was going, how to speak before every sentence was perfect, and how to recover when I lost my place. Certainly, we've done a lot of laughing when the technology fails or something unexpected happens. We've listened to each other, noticed which ideas keep coming back, and eventually some of them became something bigger. Good morning, Sully. Good morning, Roseanne. Good morning, everyone else out there in Kindness Rising Land. Subscribe to the channel. Get involved in the community. I might not be coming here at 7:30 in the morning for longer, but I will be here. The channel will continue and will evolve. Some of those ideas that I've been working on, they led to something bigger. Trust before truth, psychological safety, showing up real, and playing without a net. But Without a Net didn't arrive one morning as a finished concept. It emerged because we kept talking, thinking, coming back. And something else happened too. You showed up. Jess, Sully, Roseanne, Dubs, all the others who have joined us over the year. Yep. And I love this tight little crew. Some people I recognize by name, but I've never physically shared a room with. You've somehow become part of my morning. I'm so grateful for that. Some of you I wouldn't recognize if you were sitting right across from me. Jess, I have no idea what you look like. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you show up, right? Dubs, no idea what Dubs looks like. Don't care. Just keep showing up. Sure, in this world, we use words like followers, subscribers, viewers, audience. They're useful words, but they don't describe what happens. Where did you go, Matthew? Did I go away? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Those are useful words. I talked about that. When people keep showing up in the same place, even if that place is digital, ritual happens, familiarity happens, inside jokes happen, and people notice when somebody isn't there. There's Dubs. Good morning, and cheers. Someone says something in the chat and another person responds. You start recognizing each other. And that's not just growth. That's not audience growth. It's community. I've talked about it all along. That's the point. That was the intention here. I don't care whether I do care. I care that you all come. But what I'm saying is it doesn't matter that much whether there's the 4 or 5 of us that are here every day. I've had days when there's been 20. I've had days when I've had 200. But I care. I care that we keep building this community and connecting with each other. And what we know is every room builds things. Community is everything, Dubs. I agree. There's all different kinds of rooms that build all kinds of things. Classrooms can build curiosity, or they can build embarrassment. A workplace can build trust, or it can build silence. And a family dinner table can build connection or teach everybody to just keep their head down. And in this room, we built something too. This room built ideas and confidence, friendships, practice, and a version of me who's more comfortable saying, I don't know exactly where this is going, but I'm willing to find out. That's not nothing. So no, today is not a victory lap, and I'm not going to do a box set of greatest hits. It's just about noticing. Noticing, yes. Trust me, there were mornings when things bombed and ideas didn't work, and mornings where I wondered why the hell I was doing this. And let's say that there was mornings when our little audience was intimate, like a private club, except nobody had applied for membership. There were mistakes, bad calls, technical disasters, days when I wasn't very good. But gratitude doesn't require us to edit those things. Gratitude says, look at the whole thing. Look at what grew anyway. Look what you learned. Look who came along. Look who you become. I thought I was building a show. Turns out we were building the room. That's today's kindness spark. Thanks, Dubs. I appreciate you. I appreciate that you came out. Yep, Susie Q is our connection. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. Absolutely. Susie Q came to my world and connected me to you, Dubs, and she still comes out. I love it. Yep. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's keep it rolling before I get sad. I have a little bit of sadness in me. I mean, that's what part of change is. Part of change is that loss and that sadness, but I know what I'm carrying forward with me. So let's keep going in our who in the world. Who in the world are we talking about today? 3 clues to guess a person who we're talking about. And yesterday we celebrated John Stamos' birthday. Today we're going to celebrate somebody else. And here's your first clue. Before becoming part of an iconic rock band, he briefly trained to become an accountant, which when you find out who it is, you're going to actually laugh pretty hard. Someone who trained to be an accountant. Dubs, it's okay to be sad, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going away just because I'm not coming here at 7:30 a.m. I'm thinking I'm going to go 7:30 p.m. 7:30 will be our time. Will people be around and available to hang out at 7:30 p.m.? We'll keep it rolling. Mom gave me an idea, kindness reflections. I love that. Maybe at the end of the day, reflections. We're just moving on to the next chapter. That's right. Maybe not. I won't even call it a chapter, Mom. I'd call it the next in the series, right? Maybe we're building, I don't know. We just did the Fellowship of the Ring, and now we're going to move into Two Towers. Yep, I'm a geek. 4:30 p.m. my time in California works. All right, 7:30 p.m. Here's the deal, guys. For my kindness crew that's out there, that's what I'm going to commit to right here, live on Monday. I'm going to be somewhere else at 7:30 p.m. You will find me. That's my commitment to you. I think I've proven when I make a commitment, I show up. That's what I'm going to do. And we'll start with that and see what happens. I bet new people will join us, different kind of crew at 7:30 p.m. Let's give it a shot. All right, guys? Kindness crew continues. No end, no end. All right, let's do our spotlight. The kindness spotlight. Yes, every day we talk about good organizations doing good work for good people, and today is no different. This was an interesting one I found in my research. It's the Chamber. The Chamber? Most people think of the Chamber of Commerce. Nope, it's not the Chamber of Commerce. It's the I'm riffing here. It's the Chamber of Connection. That name grabbed me. Not commerce, connection. Their work begins with an idea that says lots of organizations that are out there that have been designed for improvement, businesses, infrastructure, education, healthcare. But what about the infrastructure that helps beings actually belong? The U.S. Chamber of Connection is working to build that. They bring together community leaders, organizations, and people doing connection building works. So those efforts aren't isolated from each other. Their focus includes things like social cohesion, civil engagement, mental and behavioral health, economic mobility, and simply helping communities become places where people know each other. Yep. One of their initiatives is called the Welcoming Committee, and I love how uncomplicated this premise is. People show up for neighbors through conversation gathering and civic engagement. That's it. Not we're going to solve loneliness with an app, although I'm sure somebody has that pitch deck. It's people deciding I'm going to know the people around me. I'm going to notice who's new. I'm going to create opportunities for people to gather, help somebody feel like they belong. Absolutely. Because today we have more ways to communicate than any generation in history, and somehow we can still feel profoundly disconnected, which is why I like organizations that treat connection not as a little nice extra, but as true infrastructure, because community doesn't magically happen just because people live near each other. Somebody has to make the organization, organize the gathering, and invite the person standing outside the circle into it. Somebody has to build the room, and that's what local chambers of connection and the U.S. chambers of connection do. And that's today's kindness spotlight. All right. Looks like the comments are you like 7:30 p.m. better. All right, Dub. See, that works. I bet we'll find some other people that like 7:30 p.m. better too. And like I said, this started as a way for me. I was inspired by the team at Mornings in the Lab and Keith Billis, John Anderson, and the guys over there and gals that are getting up and getting after it every day. And I'm like, I need something. I need something that drives me forward, that starts my day on a positive note of connection, of joy, of gratitude, of kindness. And that's how I ended up. That's why I ended up. Okay, Dubs, I appreciate you. You must be on either the vertical. Are you watching it horizontally or vertically? Because there are technically two streams, and I can do this for you. I've done it before, but no one's complained in a while. There's the chat stream right on the screen. And so hopefully you can see where the chats are coming in from. This is definitely one of those limitations of the technology. It's great that I can stream horizontal and vertical, whether you're watching on a phone or a computer or whatever, but those two things still can't figure out how to talk to each other in one single stream. Whatever. So there you go. I hope you're seeing it now. Live chat. But are you watching it horizontally or vertically? That's the weird thing about this. It's two different streams. On a PC, right? So you're seeing the horizontal. Most people, I have the stats actually after a year, about 86% of my views from this channel, not that that's what it's about, are being done from a telephone. You're unique in that you're part of the 14 dubs that's watching me on a PC or a TV or a tablet. But I appreciate that you're doing it no matter what. And there you go. I'm showing you the comments so you can see everybody else coming in. And if anybody joins us from LinkedIn where we're streaming to, they'll be able to. All right. Glad to do it. Let's get to it. Let's get to the next segment. Wait, that happened today? Yep. On August 20th, 1920, 106 years ago. Wow, 106 years ago. There's something called 8MK. Ever hear of it? 8MK, does it sound familiar? You know what it is? It was the very first public radio broadcast from Detroit, connected to the Detroit News, and the station would eventually become WWJ. Now, radio itself wasn't brand new. People have been experimenting with wireless communication for years, but we're right at the beginning here of something different. Actual broadcasting, one signal, many listeners, which is an idea that we take completely for granted now. Today, I can push a button upstairs in my house and somebody in California can watch me complain about Excel. Perfectly normal. In 1920, the idea that someone could sit in one place, speak into equipment, and reach people scattered across a city was extraordinary. Of course, those first broadcasts were small and mostly experimental, and it was radio hobbyists that were doing it. But the big moment came when the station broadcasted the election returns, right? It started August 20th, but when that station broadcast the election returns in November, that was the true beginning of broadcast media. And think about what was being invented. Not really a technology, actually a room without walls. People could be sitting in different houses and hear the same voice and the same music, all that same stuff. And approximately, what did I say? Oh, I skipped. Okay, yeah. Yep, 106 years later, that idea still feels pretty remarkable to me because every morning that's exactly what we're doing here. Different houses, different towns, maybe even different countries, different lives. One room and no walls. That's what we've built here at the Fox Den. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you're all right, Dubs. Okay, let's get to our second clue. Come on, Maddie, get a clue. Dump the tunes. First clue. And let's see, have we had any guesses yet? Berry Gordy was a guess by Dubs, not Berry Gordy. Nope. Before becoming part of an iconic rock band, he briefly trained to become an accountant. Let's see if the second clue gets us closer. He turned down enormous money for a full band reunion tour and instead chose the quieter, yet no less celebrated path of musical collaboration. No big reunion tour, but no less celebrated musical collaborative. Oh, what just happened? Hello, are you there? All right, yep. Nope, not Alice Cooper, Dubs. Keep guessing, keep guessing, keep guessing. We'll get to another. Absolutely. All right. Boom, 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 ba-doom, ba-doom, boom. Let's talk about gratitude. When we hear the word gratitude, we sometimes turn this into a strange requirement to make everything positive. Well, at least, you know that phrase. Something terrible happens and with 7 seconds, somebody says, well, at least. Please don't. Sometimes things are hard. Sometimes something ends and you're sad about it. Sometimes an experience contains disappointment, failure, frustrations, and moments you would gladly return for store credit. Gratitude doesn't require pretending those things didn't happen. Researchers who study gratitude tend to describe something more interesting. Gratitude involves noticing and recognizing the good we've received. That doesn't mean only seeing the good. It means not allowing the difficult parts to become the whole story. And I think that's important when something ends, because memory is selective. We tell stories about our lives, and over time, those stories become part of how we understand ourselves. So the question becomes, what story am I going to tell about this? I could tell the story of kindness rising through numbers, how many shows, how many views, subscribers. Those things are real, but they're not the story. I could tell it through mistakes, the technical failures, the ideas that I tried that didn't catch on, the things I wish I'd done differently. Those are real too, but still not the whole story. Or I can zoom out and I can say, I showed up. People joined me. We tried something. Ideas developed and relationships formed. I've become a better communicator and a leader. And somewhere along the way, a little digital room started feeling like a real one. That's not positive thinking. That's paying attention. And maybe gratitude is partly that. Refusing to rush past something meaningful without noticing what it gave you. That is today's research. All right. Time is flying. We got an Alice Cooper guest. We got Sully. Everybody. Yeah, no, Mom, you weren't asked your opinion, but that's okay. 7:30 is okay. 7:30 p.m. You want 8 p.m., Mom? No, we're going to do 7:30 p.m. on Monday. You're going to be, I tried to make the clues a little bit more obscure, because when you see who this is and you see that third clue, you're going to go, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. The first clue, though, gets me every time I'm looking at it, because I just think about when you see this person and you imagine him potentially as a CPA. Kind of funny. All right. Let's keep going so I can get to that final clue and give you all something to laugh about. Where did I lost myself for a second there again. All right. Here we go. We know I'm gonna bring up something about the Grateful Dead. Yep. This is the part of the Grateful Dead that I think really connects me to you. Grateful Dead weren't just 6 musicians standing on a stage playing. Nope. The audience actually is part of the music in the Grateful Dead world. Grateful Dead concert isn't something that happened to an audience. They were actually part of what happened. A different city, a different venue, a different energy. The same band, but not the same show, because the people in the room mattered. The response mattered. The listening mattered. The relationship between the stage and everybody standing on the other side of it changes what the evening can become. That's one of the things I love most about live performance. You can rehearse, prepare, create all the structure you want, know where you're going. But once people enter the room, that room belongs to everybody. This room belongs to all of us. That's true here. I can write the show, turn on the camera, pick some graphics, make my clues, whatever. But once you show up, things change. Your comment, your responses, your moods, your stories. You tell me something when something landed, and sometimes you tell me when something absolutely didn't. You introduce ideas and you remind me of things. You become part of my rhythm. And after enough mornings, the show becomes something that neither side could have created alone. So when I say, look what we built, I really mean we. You didn't just watch this room, you helped to make it a room. Thank you. It's just eternal gratitude to every single person who has ever shown up here on Kindness Rising to get involved in that and with us. Yep. Ray, oh, we got tons of guesses, but they're not coming in. They're not there. All right. I'm going to give you the final clue and you're going to go, what? Let's do it. I love that this one's creating interest for everybody. And I think at least most of you, Mom, yeah, you'll know his, I know for a fact you know his later work that we talked about. But before becoming part of an iconic rock band, he briefly trained to become an accountant. Then he turned down enormous money for the full reunion tour and chose the quieter, yet no less celebrated path of musical collaboration. Are you ready for the final? Here it is. the voice behind Whole Lotta Love, Black Dog, and Stairway to Heaven. There's the giveaway. I know you know who I'm talking about. We're going to jump into the compass and then talk about him even more. Today's kindness compass might be the simplest one we've ever done. Just say thank you, but make it specific. Not thanks for everything. Tell somebody what they did. You called me when I really needed somebody. You gave me a chance. Specific gratitude does something generic gratitude can't. It gives somebody a little piece of evidence that their life affected another life. And we don't get enough of that. We often wait until somebody retires or leaves or moves or gets sick, or unfortunately until the funeral. And then everybody suddenly becomes incredibly articulate about what that person meant to them. Let's not wait. If somebody mattered, tell them. If they helped build something in you, tell them. Say thank you while you still have the room. That's today's kindness compass. And tomorrow, for my kindness crew that comes here every single day, you might want to be ears up, because I've thought about every single one of you. I know who you are, and I want to share what you have taught me. That's going to be tomorrow. In the meantime, let's reveal our mystery person. There must be a guess out there that's got it right. Dubs, I had a feeling that would land. I had a feeling that would land. Yep, we got it. It's Robert Plant, lead singer, iconic member of Led Zeppelin. Holy crap. Yep, it's Plant. It's Plant. Robert Plant. Yeah, can you believe that? Can you imagine this guy holding the dove right here, working on a spreadsheet or submitting your taxes or whatever? It's fascinating. Of course, it was very, very early. I mean, he was like, before he was playing music and trying to decide where he wanted to be in his life, and quickly learned, grateful to all of us, gratefully for all of us, that he learned that maybe standing on stage and giving us the performances of a lifetime and the songs of our lives. And yeah, Mom, you know Robert Plant, right? Alison Krauss. I know you love their duets. Grammy Award-winning Robert Plant and Alison Krauss. Absolutely. Yep, and that's what I love about Plant. 1948, so that makes him 78 today. Before becoming one of the most recognizable voice in rock, he did train for a career in accounting. Thank God it didn't take, and he followed the music along with Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones and John Bonham to become Led Zeppelin. Yep. And later, this is the important part for me, the unexpected partnership with Alison Krauss. Not how do I keep recreating Led Zeppelin, but what else can the music become? That gives me that thought. What else can Kindness Rising become when we start a new way of doing it next week? There's something wonderful about an artist who respects what he built without spending the rest of his life trying to live inside of it. You can be grateful through the room without refusing to leave it, and you can honor what happened there without demanding that everything stay exactly the same. And apparently, you can even survive leaving accounting. Happy birthday, Robert Plant. That's our who in the world. Go listen to some Zeppelin. Babe, I'm gonna leave you. Yeah, great song. 10 years gone. And one of my favorites, In the Light. Those are some of their more obscure songs, In the Light. Love it. All right. That's it. We did it. Tell me, what's your favorite Zeppelin tune? There's a lot of them. 10 Years Gone is fantastic. Dubs, definitely love it. I mentioned some of the others. No Quarter. Yep. Jamaica, all those great songs. Good Times, Bad Times. Yes. You know I had my share. Physical Graffiti. That's the album that has In the Light on it. I know that for sure. Anyway, that's it, man. I can't believe it. A half an hour has flown by just like that, as we do. Come from the land of the ice and snow. All right, I should do an entire episode. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe that's something we'll do. We'll do episodes at night that are just like we can just sing together with Led Zeppelin. I don't know. All right. I am going to wind it down before we get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. But let's weave the thread here. I've been trying all week not to turn this into 5 days of saying goodbye and sadness, because that's not what this is. But today, I just want to say something. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for commenting, sharing, watching, laughing, thinking, disagreeing, and coming back, because some of you have been part of this for a very long time, and some of you just found us recently. That doesn't matter. You came into this room that we're building together. And tomorrow we're going to say goodbye to the morning show, but not tonight. Tomorrow we're going to say goodbye to the morning show. Yes, but I don't want to try to hold on to it. I just want to notice it and say, look what we built. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the next room. We're going to talk a little bit about what each one of you personally has brought to me. Until then, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Don't forget, stay uncommon and stay kind.